Let's take a look at a very simple yet effective strategy that you can use right now, today, to start fixing your acid reflux, GERD, LPR, etc. Why bother listening to me? Well, I'm Ali, a certified gut health coach, founder and CEO of Gut Regeneration, and I suffered with these issues for 10 years. And I don't want anyone else to suffer like me. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to Tracy. She started working with me in February this year, and we used the same strategy, implemented this into her life, and we had a 90% improvement. You can go to my Instagram, go to client wins, and you will find it right here. So, yep, she had 90% improvements in her symptoms. She had bunch of throat issues, the LPR issues, the burning reflex, heartburn around the chest area. She had the bloating, etc. This also improved her mood, more energy to show up better in her small business as well as for her family. Now, coming back to the strategy, I will use her example and also my example, because similar to her, I was also taking 40 milligrams of PPI, which will be, I was on omeprazole, razoprazole, esomeprazole, a lot of those rezols. I was on 40 mg, she was too, and for years. And I also took a lot of Tums and acids, and those stuff basically doesn't really help, as you might know. They also cause a bunch of issues. So we'll be using both of our examples. So let's, before going to the strategy, you'll have to learn what these things even do, like the basically the PPI stuff. What they do is they reduce the freaking acid. They do not stop the reflux. The reflux continues. It just stops the acidity, which is sometimes also important. If you are getting the acidic reflux, it has more tendency to damage your esophagus, throat, the surrounding areas. It is important, but it leads to more gut issues. Like if you are messing up with your gut acid, you will be causing a lot of bloating, because now you are not digesting stuff well. You'll also have bad bacteria, fatigue in general, weak bones. I had both of my wrists completely messed up, fractured, and it took a long while. Not until I completely gave up on PPI. After that, only I continued to improve them, and now they're okay, strong. I often do bench press in gym, and I can do solid lifts around 250 pounds, which is kind of good. Now, if you can connect the dots, you'll find out this thing can never work. If you continue to stay on PPI, antacids, Tums, this will basically never freaking work. Because if you know decently well about how and why acid reflux happens, we'll have a small valve on top of our stomach, which is called the LES, lower esophageal sphincter. And it is controlled by a lot of factors. We'll have our vagus nerve involved, we'll have our diaphragm involved. But one thing that's involved is our own stomach acid. If we do not have enough acid, this will not communicate well. And it's not also about enough acid, it's about optimal acid, which is different for everyone. Now, if you can connect the dots, this thing's never gonna work. If you continue to take BPI, you can take it for years and it will never freaking work. Why? Because I got Barrett's because of it. The reflux continued to happen. It was less acidic, but it was still acidic. And especially when I'm sleeping, it will come up and completely mess up my throat. I got Barrett's, where your cells basically changes. And if you are understanding it a little bit, changes in cell means it can also turn into cancer. Something that I was very afraid of, very worried about, got a ton of panic attacks because of this. But fortunately, I didn't get there. But unfortunately, for a lot of my clients, they deal with the same thing. They deal with throat cancer from untreated acid reflux. Now you know how serious is this, and how the traditional way of taking PPIs for freaking years never gonna work. Even the American Medical Association, even they don't suggest PPI over 6 to 8 weeks. In certain cases like Barrett's, you have to take it to decrease the acidity. But what really works is, if you can use the strategy that I'm gonna share to fix your acid reflux from the root. Now, coming to the strategy, I like to call it the jelly method. Sounds little bit weird, but it basically helps you not reflux. You will just not reflux. It's same like me saying, if you are broke, just go buy a house. And like if you are reflexing, just stop reflexing. It doesn't work like that. I'll give you the full everything details. So now, coming to the how, we'll make the food or whatever we eat. Uh, Obviously, we eat food and stuff, but we'll try to make it into a jelly-like consistency. We don't want it to be too solid. too dense, then it will be difficult for our stomach to digest it, process it, and neither too liquid, because if it's too liquid, it has the tendency to come back up. And I'll also share a bonus hack at the end that will make sure this strategy paired with that bonus works 10 times better. Now, coming to the jelly like thing. Uh, Imagine what you eat throughout your day. It can be some easy to digest soup, basically Greek yogurt, other vegan yogurt, it can be fruit juices, etc. But now, talking about the hard stuff, let's say we are eating simple boiled rice, veggies, chicken, we are eating sandwiches, dry pasta, oats, etc. What we have to do here is we'll have to turn it into a jelly like consistency, not too hard, not too liquidy. Now, to make it jelly-like, let's take some examples. Let's talk about a breakfast example. This is what helped Tracy a lot. She didn't have a solid breakfast planned out. We worked on her breakfast a lot. We implemented some quick smoothies that can be made in like 5 to 10 minutes, some overnight oats that she can prepare at night and just have it before she goes to work on her business, because she's quite busy with her business and the kids and family, etc. What we did is we made a smoothie that's kind of around the jelly like consistency. Now, to give you a more idea about how that should look like, is if you pour it slowly, it will like pour down very slowly. It won't be something like liquid that runs down very fast. And how to make it something like this? We'll use not a lot of liquid. We'll just use adequate amount of liquid, and to thicken it up, we can add fruits like banana. We can add Greek yogurt, but what we can absolutely add to make it way more jelly like is chia seeds. You can add that, it forms a jelly like consistency, and this is what gave the jelly like consistency to her smoothie. We use the same thing for her overnight oats. We put chia seeds into that. I think we kind of settled down into a chia seeds powder, because she wasn't a fan of the normal chia seeds. She will feel it's slimy and all. So we ended up making a powder of it and keeping it overnight. Another quick note for chia seeds is you cannot consume it just like that. Just take 1 teaspoon of it and take it. You can't do that because it absorbs a lot of water and it will swell up, cause other stuff problem. But if you are adding it to your smoothie, just make sure to let the smoothie sit for 5 minutes. Let the chia seeds or the chia seed powder absorb the water and swell up. And then you can have it after 5 or 10 minutes. But if you're making overnight oats, it is getting way more than time, or a lot of time to actually swell up. So this is how we made our her breakfast jelly like. Apart from these, some bonus hack will be, it should be something that's easy to digest. We are not going to put a lot of nuts, a lot of protein, because that will be little difficult to digest. We did add vegan protein. We did add a few walnuts and stuff to have a complete meal with good protein, good fats, etc. So make sure to follow that. Now, coming to the lunch, let's say we are having soup. Now, soup is very liquidy. It has a tendency to come back up. Or also, if you're drinking a lot of water with your meals, that also has a tendency to reflux back up. What we did with the soup was we just decreased the water content. To make the consistency even better, we added some veggies like sweet potato. Now she really loves it. And the consistency of her soup, after chewing it well enough, when it goes to her stomach, it has now a jelly-like texture or consistency that has a very hard time refluxing back up. Now, talking to, let's say, chicken, rice, and veggie. If your chicken, rice, and veggies are very, very dry, very solid, number one, you'll have trouble swallowing it. And number two, when it sits in your stomach, it's very dense. Make sure you are making some kind of curries with chicken. Experiment with a lot of curries. There are a lot of Indian options, Mexican options. Make sure you don't go the spicy route. So I will suggest something like coconut curry that is slightly milder in flavor and also a little bit smoother, not too spicy and stuff. So you can definitely figure out something like a curry over here. Same goes with pasta. Make sure if you're eating pasta, it's not too tough. Make sure it is little bit liquidy, just enough for when you chew it and it goes to your stomach, it maintains a jelly-like consistency. Same with your sandwich. Do not eat your sandwich just like that. Pair it with little bit of vegan milk, or pair it with little bit of even just hot water so that it can go to your stomach. Don't drink too much of liquids. Just maintain it around 60 ml if you're having something very dry like a sandwich. But if you're having pasta and all, you will just know the consistency. Just figure it out, whatever your stomach likes, where you see you are digesting it well and not refluxing back up. That is the point where you have found your right consistency over here. Now we'll go to the bonus hack. But before that, I just want you to know that I am working really hard on project reflux recovery. Whatever issues you have, GERD, LPR, IBS, or even other gut issues, it will be a complete video course on how to navigate all of these little hacks and how you can perfect everything so that you can recover from this stupid disease. I had it for 10 fucking years. It destroyed my entire life. I was in a very bad mental state. I know how much it affects, and that's why I work hard so much on all of these. So you'll also have the community support, the live call, Q&A, etc. And if you want more help, personalized one-to-one help like Daisy did and then a lot of my other clients do, you can check out the link in the description below to join my high-level coaching. Or you can also go ahead and check out my Instagram. A lot of cool stuff. You can DM me to see if I can help you or not, or you can also book a call using the link down below. Now coming to the bonus part. This is really crazy and I don't know why none of my doctors told me about this like ever. After going to like 50 plus doctors, there was one guy smart enough to recommend alginate therapy. What is alginate therapy? Alginates, it's like a natural stuff found in nature. They take it and they bottle it up and do a lot of other stuff. And basically what it is you can take 1 teaspoon of it. It's also jelly-like. And once you kind of ingest it, it goes on top of your stomach and creates something like a barrier on top of your stomach. Make sure your food doesn't come back up. So if you pair this jelly method with this alginate therapy, there's a huge chance if you just follow it for a few months, your entire reflux will go away. GERD, LPR, your throat issues you're having, dealing with heartburn, you're taking the freaking PPI that is ruining your health. You're not going to have any of these if you just follow whatever I said in this video. Now, coming to some of the mistakes that you can do. This Reflux Raft, if you go to Amazon.com, you'll find it easily. They have a ginger flavor. It's good. It helps with the digestion and all. I like the taste, but the problem is if you have LPR, a lot of throat issues, it might burn your throat. So make sure to avoid it. They got few berry flavors. One is Berry Blast and another is Midnight Berry. Midnight Berry is a good one if you are using it after your dinner, let's say. Once you have your dinner, you can have 1 teaspoon of it. It also got melatonin that will help you sleep. And melatonin is also something that helps tighten up that lower esophageal sphincter at night so that you don't reflux throughout the night. So make sure to avoid the ginger one. Just go through that. And talking about the Reflux Gourmet, there's another one. I'll link both of them in the description down below. They have a mint flavor. I don't know why they make the mint flavor. Mint is something that relaxes our lower esophageal sphincter, the valve at the top of our stomach. It relaxes, mint, and they use the same flavor in this Reflux Gourmet. Don't use it. Use the other flavor. I think they have a good one, the caramel one. A lot of my clients like it. I never tried it, but you can try that or the Reflux Draft. Both will be in the description down below. And another thing, sometimes just doing these alone won't help. I said like this is the only strategy you need, but apparently we all are different. We need different support. We are different biology, physiology, everything else. So sometimes with this, you also might have a vagus nerve dysregulation where you are in constantly flight or fight mode. You are afraid and worrying about your health and etc. Which was basically me. I had this. So I also made a video about this, not exactly this, but exercise, a breathing exercise that will help you to regulate your nervous system. Make sure you stress a little bit less. You are a little kind of calmer during your day, and that will make sure you have these triggers much less. You can check this video. It will come up on your screen. Go ahead and watch it, and you will find the other links in the description if you want to join the Reflux recovery project, or if you want my personalized help. Check the description, check the pinned comment, and go watch this video on the vagus nerve dysregulation. This exercise is freaking fantastic. Go check it out. I hope you'll have a ton of value.